Stop number 21 on the season brings us to Newton, Iowa. Iowa Speedway is where we're at here today for the Castrol GTX Cup Series. The first time we've ever been here on this racetrack, or in this series, as a matter of fact. As we are here today for the running of the Axalta We Paint Winners 400, as we are set for 50 laps of action here today on this 7/8 mile D-shaped racetrack, shaped just like Richmond, but it's a slight bit longer than Richmond by about I say by about an eighth of a mile, I would imagine. So anyway, we're set for some racing here today, and had a pretty good race at Cleveland, the last race on the tour for the third road course stop in the tour. We'll have our fourth one in about 2 races at Watkins Glen. So for now, this is the start. Here's starting line for today's running event. On the pole is the Daytona 500 champion Charles Sanford on the pole for today's event. He'll be alongside Phil Parker, car number 5, the Kellogg's Cornflakes Chevrolet. A pair of Chevrolets hat in the front row. Row 2 has Levi McIntyre, the points leader, coming into this event, number 99. He's a 4-time winner this season so far, and coming off a 5th place and coming off a okay run over at Cleveland. Alongside McIntyre will be Kev Sheeran, car number 71. Row 3 has 2 of our in-car cameras, Keith Batson in car 28 and Texaco Haviland Ford, and Jessica Shelton, 3-time winner this season so far, in car number 94 to McDonald's Ford. Our third in-car camera, in fact, lies in the pole sitter's car of Charles Sanford. Going to the 4th row, it is Cole Deaver in car number 3, the GM Goodrich Chevrolet, 2-time winner this season at Atlanta and the last race on the tour at Cleveland. Here's the last one. He was the winner over there. Alongside of him is the Rockingham winner, Kyle Matthews. Next row down has winner at North Wilkesboro, winner at North Wilkesboro, Joshua Osborne, and alongside of him, another Joshua Collard in car number 43. Next row down has number 2, Dylan Young, and number 22, another Dylan Poteet. So you got a row of 2 Joshuas, and then you got a row of 2 Dylans. How about that? Next row down has Ryan Acosta in car number 10, and number 17, Shane Lake, has the outside. Going the next row down has Jason Haywood in car 21 to Sitco Ford, and car number 44, Jonathan Zorlin, has the outside. Next row down has Becca Tellier in the Valvoline Ford, car number 6, and beside her will be car number 25, the Budweiser Chevrolet of Kyle Langland. Next row down has Paul Minnick, the winner at Bristol this season, in number 18, Interstate Battery Chevrolet, and car number 4, the winner at California, William Brock. Next row down has number 1, Alexander Rowe, the Hooters Pontiac, coming off a good run in the last 2 races, as a matter of fact, Daytona and at Cleveland. Beside him will be Glenn Duhit in car number 8. Next row down has car number 88, Kat Batson, a 3-time winner this season, winner at Talladega, Riverside, and Michigan. Beside her will be number 23. It is the car of Ryan George, the winner of the Coca-Cola 600 at Charlotte. Next row down has Nick Baxter in car number 81, and number 9, Ashlyn Boyd, has the outside. Going the next row down has car number 30, Audra Baranowskis in the Pennzoil Pontiac. Beside her will be Zachary Fitzwater in car number 29. Next row down has the winner at Pocono, Johnny Gardner, in number 16, and number 11, it is Patrick Smith. Going the next row down has car number 75, Quentin Moore in the Remington Arms Ford, and beside him will be Jesse Turner in car number 19. Going the next row down has the winner at Las Vegas this season, Al Lagacy, in car number 33. And car number 7, Mike Becker, has the outside. Next row down has car number 12, JT Bryant. And beside him in number 87 is Jack Lagacy in the Burger King Chevrolet. Going the next row down has Jordan Lopez in number 90. And car number 98, it is the car of Max Anderson. Next row down has Michael Whitman in car 24, the DuPont Chevrolet, and Preston Dive Bomb City Plord in number 15, the Hayes Modems Ford. And the last row down, starting shotgun, Chelsea Bolts in the Jasper Engines Ford, car number 77.
Drivers, start those engines!
And the command's been given to fire the engines as we get set for 50 laps of racing here today at Iowa Speedway. The D-shaped racetrack. Like I said, it's shaped exactly like Richmond, except Richmond's a 3/4 mile track at 0.75 miles, and this track is a 7/8 mile racetrack, 0.875 as it reads. As you see, the cars come off pit road. Three of the drivers in the top 5 spots have not won a race at the end of the season. That would be Phil Parker, Cab Shear, and Keith Batson. The other two, Charles Sanford and Levi McIntyre, have won a race this season, so we'll see what happens here. In 50 laps of racing, this track can get a little bit catastrophic. Let's put it, as far as the action that happens. We'll see what happens as pace runners on the pit road. Charles Sanford and Phil Parker leads them down. Green flag is out, and we are underway. Field rounds corner number 4 here. Charles Sanford out in front. In the second position goes Levi McIntyre. Several cars, and that's what you're going to see that on the front stretch as well. Several cars doing some wall scraping, much like you would off the second turn at Darlington. Dylan Young dives inside of Joshua Osborne. That's for position. As you see right there as they come off turn number 4. 3 wide. Keith Batson off the wall. Cab Shearer spun in car number 71. Nick Baxter's in it. And Jessica Shelton, second place in the points, is spun. Several cars with damage. Michael Whitman in 24. He's got a hook buckle on his car. And Shelton gets rear ends the 87 car of Jack Lagacy. Jesse Turner was involved in the crash. We see him in it. And Charles Sanford wins race by a budget. To the yellow flag. And oh, careful there, Charles. Ooh, that was close. And it's come off turn number 4. Let's see what happened here. Cab Shearer, he gets in the. Looks like Cab Shearer got in the 5 of Phil Parker. Parker got off the wall, and then Shearer gets into him, spins, and then Ryan Acosta does a masterful job missing that crash. And then right there's where Shelton gets involved in the 94 car. And her deal actually was And actually, her deal was where she got tangled up with Kyle Matthews in number 42. Everybody starts piling in right there. Yeah, Glenn Duhitz, I think he misses it. We see Kyle Langland spinning in 25 there. He is right there. We mentioned Michael Whitman involved. There's Zorlin, Patrick Smith in the 11. Shane Lake up against the wall, as is Jesse Turner in number 19. William Brock is in the middle of it, too. I don't think he's got any damage. Fitzwater does, though, 29, and the 1 of Alexander Rowe. And then Jack Lagacy getting rear-ended by Jessica Shelton in the 94 car. It's what often happens on short tracks here. One little problem can manifest itself into something big, and of course that's what the case was here today at Iowa. On the second lap of the event, on board Jessica Shelton's car. And Jess having a hard time getting her car to start back up, which she eventually does, and then right there, there's where the hit happens right there between her and Jack Lagacy in the 87 car. So she drops back along with Al Lagacy, and Cole Beaver's got some damage to his car. See his car is sans hood. So Deaver apparently has some problems with his machine while we were checking the replay out. So it is Charles Sanford leading the race here in car number 41. Second position is Levi McIntyre in 99. Joshua Osborne's at the third position now. Fourth goes Dylan Young. Keith Batson's in fifth. Sixth position is Phil Parker. Seventh right now is Jason Haywood. Becca Tellier in eighth position. Ninth is Paul Minnick. And 10th position right now is Ryan Acosta. As the field comes in the third turn now. And so often happens, of course, in short tracks, cautions can breed cautions. And so we'll see what happens here today. Off the fourth corner they come, and Charles Stanford leads them down, and we're back underway in the Axalta We Paint Winners 400. And let's remember the problems Jessica Shelton had on getting involved in that little skirmish on the front stretch. That could open the door for McIntyre to pull ahead in the points. And in fact, McIntyre goes inside of Sanford looking for the lead. Here he comes to the inside. Osborne's going to shove him. And I thought I heard tires squealing right there. And meantime, Levi McIntyre is going to take the lead here at Iowa as they come into the third turn. McIntyre has one of the short tracks sister to this at Richmond. And Sanford gets off the wall, coming down the front stretch. Batson goes by. Tellier goes by, or tries to go by. And she does eventually. And now he's going to go toe-to-toe with Paul Minnick in number 18. Off the fourth corner, Sanford off the wall again, as is Kyle Matthews in 42. It looks like we're under yellow for the second time here today. I actually do not see what was caused the yellow flag, looks like. Yep, it was the 81 and Nick Baxter that apparently spun. Let's see. Let's see what happened here. 3 wide between Zorlin and Preston Plord as they come off the fourth corner. And Baxter, I should say, excuse me, gets into the wall, goes right into Alexander Rowan, number 1, and then spins just about in front of the entire field. And boy, Jack Legacy, and I don't know who the other car was. I think it was Langland. Kind of shot the gap, but on both sides of Baxter's car. But I truly do not see how that caused the yellow flag, because he spun and kept on going. But I think every little spin or something like that now caused a yellow flag in this game. So only 2 cars out of the race, and that would be Zachary Fitzwater in 29 and 24 if Michael Whitman had both crashed out of the race. And so as the field comes off turn number 4, Levi McIntyre leading the field down. And the green flag back out. We're backing away on lap number 15. And here comes Osborne to the inside. Joshua Osborne, who's won on short track himself too, as well this season at North Wilkesboro. He looks inside for the lead, and he's going to get it for the moment. But Dylan Young looks inside number 2, and here he comes to the inside of Osborne, who leads this lap. And leading the field back to the start-finish line for the yellow flag again was Dylan Young, apparently. No, it was Osborne. Osborne led it back to the start-finish line. And Shelton again it spins. That caused the yellow flag. So the third one flying on the 15th lap of the event. Let's see what happened. They come off turn number 2, and I think she's going to get squeezed up in the wall by Mike Becker in number 7, I think. Yep. Yeah, her and Becker get together, come off the second turn, and then send Shelton into a slide. And then Alexander Rowe hits her, and then Nick Baxter goes right into Rowe's car. And that's what causes the yellow flag to fly. Now, that one I can understand why a yellow flag flies. And this one I can understand. The last one I didn't, to be honest. Shelton was running in 26 when this all happened. Back on board with her again. And there you ride with Shelton sitting on pit road as the crew tries to work whatever damage the car's got. And two more cars actually fell out of the race. So Nick Baxter, I can understand why in the 81 car. Alexander Rose out of the race because of a piston problem, so an engine failure on the number 1 car. And the number 77 with a tire problem for Chelsea Bowles, and so she's out of the race. And Jessica Shelton, the only car a lap down, so we'll keep an eye on the lap car to see what happens. Because sometimes they can present a problem for the leaders as this race goes along. We are already 3 cautions. We're already on our 3rd caution flag in this 50-lap event, and we are about ready to complete the 19th lap. So, looks like a bit of a wreck fest here at Iowa Speedway. We'll see what happens here as they come off turn number 4. As Joshua Osborne lays it down, and we're back underway here at Iowa. All the cars going up to the outside of the racetrack here. Let's see what happens. They're now going to be try to play it safe here. Except Kyle Matthews may get hung up behind Shelton. Let's see what happens in the 3rd turn. Phil Parker gets off the wall, and whoa! Paul Minnick shot the gap through the middle between Parker and I think it was either Acosta or Haywood, one of the two. But all that maybe for naught because he's now hung up behind. Phil Parker, and Johnny Gardner hung up behind a lap car of Shelton. And Phil Parker kind of scraping along the wall here as on the front stretch. And Shelton just kind of shoves Parker to the inside, shoves Minnick to the inside lane, and now Parker still up the track, can't get his car back on the low side. Jesse Turner goes by, and the yellow flag flies for the 4th time today. And I think it was the 22 of Dylan Poteet this time that caused the yellow flag. And it was Poteet as he and Cole Deaver got together, the 22 and the 3 cars. Deaver shoving Poteet up the track. Let's see what happens. They come off the 4th turn. And I think, yep, Poteet's is going to get squeezed up in the wall by Cole Deaver. And then, yeah, Patrick Smith gets a piece of it in the 11 car. Langland just misses in the 25. And Legacy just misses in the 87 car. Jack Legacy, that is. So, Dylan Poteet, really no harm, no foul. That's a 4th. But caution number 4 flies here. We are almost halfway through. Boy, are we ever going to get a green flag run on this place? I was about, well, I'm about ready to. I just about to wonder that. But 2 cars now have fallen a lap down. Jessica Shelton and now the 88 of Kat Batson. And that's 2 of the top 10 runners in the points chase that's had problems today. And they're both of them 3-time winners this season. And then, of course, both of them having problems at Iowa here this weekend. So we'll see what happens here as they come out the 4th turn. Average speed just 70.5 miles an hour. Halfway through the event as the field comes down, being led by Joshua Osborne in car number 37. As he'll lead him down the green flag ways, Dylan Young is 2nd. 3rd is Keith Batson. 4th is Levi McIntyre. And 5th is Joshua Collard. And oh, bad idea to get 3 wide off the 2nd turn right there. And Batson gets by Shelton. That's for position, right, by the way. And Charles Sammer gets off the wall, and now they're going to get strewn all over the place right there. Becca Tellier's off the wall as well. And Audra Baranowska shoots through the hole, but Charles Sammer wasn't pleased with that, her passing him. And he bumps into Baranowska's car. Now Matthews goes inside of both of them, and all the while gets by Shelton as well. And whoa, Baranowskis and Sanford getting a little cozy coming down through off turn number 2, but manages to maintain control on these cars here as we continue to watch the lap traffic here and see how they affect the leaders. And Shelton off the wall again on the front stretch. So things looking okay right now. Meantime, we got a lead change here. Dylan Young takes the lead, and here comes Keith Batson. Batson, number 28 to the inside lane. On board Keith Batson's car, number 28. And he'll put the bumper to Dylan Young as they come off the 4th turn here. Let's see who led that lap. And it was Batson who led it. So Keith Batson still looking for that first win of the season. He had 2 last season, and he's looking to get his first of the season here at Iowa. And meantime, look at Joshua Collard beginning to roll in that 43 car. He goes inside of Osborne and gets by both him and Dylan Young. And now McIntyre goes by as Young couldn't keep his car off the wall. Now Kat Batson goes by the lap car in 35th position. So Young drops to 6th, I think. No, drops to 5th, I should say. Matthews is up to 6th position now in 42, so good recovery for him. Kev Shear up to 7th. 8th is Phil Parker. 9th right now, or was 9th, is Jason Haywood. Now Jesse Turner goes by him for the 9th position. In the meantime, battle between Phil Parker and Kev Shear going at it, with Kyle Matthews just leading the pack. So now finally looks like we're getting the green flag run for the moment. Oh, just as I say that, yellow flag flies for the 5th time here today, and it's Ryan Acosta, number 10. And I saw that we actually had a car flip as well. It might have been the Ada Glenn Duhit. And yeah, you can't go 4 wide on this racetrack here. And then Max Anderson goes out the track. It was into Acosta, spins him. And then Shane Lake turns the 98 of Max Anderson, and it sends him right into the 23 of Ryan George. And then Acosta gets into a spin, and watch the 8. And I think this is Circuit City Ford of Duhit that's going to get flipped. William Brock in the 4 gets a crash right there, and then there's Yeah, there's where the 8 got flipped over. It was Jonathan Zorlin that hit him. And good job driving by both Jack Legacy and Jessica Shelton for missing that. But Glenn Duhit ends up upside down in the 8 car, so a bad break for him. Duhit was running 25th when this happened there as we come off the second turn, excuse me. There's where Brock gets right into him, and then here comes Duhit. He slams into the 10 car of Acosta, and he thought it was over right at this point. And there comes Sorlin in 44. Not so lucky. Gets into the 8 car and flips him. So several more top contenders out of the race here. Sorlin and Duhit. Well, definitely Sorlin and Duhit out of the race because of that crash there. Brock is still going on, as is the 10 of Acosta. And couple of the others, and several cars that were in the earlier crashes they're still on the lead lap, with the exception of Jessica Shelton in 94, and I don't know what the problem with Kat Batson's car was, to be honest, in the 88 car, but so Batson and Shelton again will be the 2 cars on the inside lane on this restart, which will be on lap number 39 here at Iowa Speedway. And let's hope we can get all. Let's see if we can hope we can get all 11. Let's see. Hope we can get all 12 laps done under green. I hope, and hope for a good finish here today. And what green flag laps we've had? We've had some great racing here on this track. It's just that a few little funny bugs and glitches are happening on this track. So anyway, off the top 4 turn it comes here. Keith Batson leads him down. Joshua Collard second. Third is Levi McIntyre. Fourth is Joshua Osborne. And fifth right now is Dylan Young. And Kat Batson trying to get her a lap back from her husband, Keith. And that's going to be a bad combination for Keith Batson as they come off the 4th turn here. Batson up the high side of the track here. And to the lead goes Levi McIntyre, 99. And he's got Joshua Osborne behind him. Osborne looks to the inside of McIntyre, and nothing doing for the moment. There's they come off the 2nd turn here. This is for the lead. McIntyre looking for his 5th win of the year. Osborne looking for his 2nd. 10 laps to go at Iowa. McIntyre cannot seem to shake off the 88 car of Kat Batson. And now he'll move inside of Now he'll move Batson up the track here. Osborne goes to the high side. That's going to hurt him in trying to catch McIntyre. Oh, maybe not. Yellow flag's out for the 6th time here today. And Kat Batson saying, "Doggone it! Could that have yellow flag flown one lap earlier?" Oh. I swear to you, we're actually in Iowa Speedway, not like Bristol or Richmond, where some of the other tracks we usually have wreck fests. And the wreck this time being caused by Al Lagasse in 33. As he moved in, he's on the inside of Kev Shearer in the 71 car. And Shear's going to turn Shelton around. And Shear's going to catch the back of the Al Lagasse car. And then both Shear and Shelton both crash into each other as well. And boy, poor Jessica Shelton. She's been in about darn near every crash in this race almost. And this time she's bulldozing the 33 car of Al Lagasse. There you saw Mike Becker in the 7 get into the wall. So yet another crash happening here at Iowa Speedway. On board Shelton's car. I say for Jessica Shelton, this is a race that she'll want to forget, obviously, because of this whole ordeal. But the one good thing Levi McIntyre does have at the moment is a lap car between he and second place Joshua Osborne. Right now, so McIntyre is instead looking for his 5th victory of the season. And like I said, let's hope we get all 5 laps of this race green flag, I hope. Here. So, all in all, 7 cars so far out of the race here. Like I said, the only cars a lap down are Kat Badson in 32nd, 33rd, William Brock in 34th, Jessica Shelton. As they come off the 4th corner here, it'll be Levi McIntyre looking for his 5th victory of the season. He won at Darlington, he won at Richmond, he won at Dover, and he won the Pepsi 400 down in Daytona. So he's already won on the short track this season. That coming at Richmond as they come off the 4th turn. And Levi McIntyre, what a start he gets, though. This time, he gets the restart that he needs. Now for Joshua Osborne, he's going to have to dispatch of Kat Badson pretty quickly. Off the 4th turn they come here. Badson up the track. She gets running room to the leaders here. Osborne's in 2nd. Joshua Collar 3rd. A battle of the Joshuas right there. And Phil Parker running in 4th position. Jesse Turner actually was in 5th position. Now Kyle Matthews looks inside and he'll take 5th there. Jason Haywood's up the track here. And here comes Jesse Turner and Dylan Young. And Joshua Collard going to 2nd position now in car number 43. And look at this mess in the back of the pack. And yep, we have got another crash. And fittingly, this race is going to end under yellow. And that is caution number 7 here at Iowa Speedway. And that's going to give the 5th victory of the season to Levi McIntyre with Joshua Collar 2nd. Charles Stamper sitting on pit road. And we will look at what happened to cause the yellow flag here in a minute. As the yellow and white flags have both waved. I don't know if we'll be going back to this track now. So, yellow and white flags have both waved. Levi McIntyre is going to be your winner for the 5th time this season. And that's the most ones he's ever had in this series, I might add, to it in a season. The Joshuas put on a heck of a battle. Collard finishing 2nd and Osborne finishing 3rd. So Osborne's going to gain some on the points as well. He was actually 3rd coming into this event. So he and McIntyre was definitely getting a points harvest here today. 4th will go to Phil Parker. 5th place will go to Kyle Matthews. 6th to Jesse Turner. 7th to Dylan Young. 8th to Becca Tellier. Keith Badson finishes in 9th, and 10th will go to Paul Minnick with Johnny Gardner coming home in 11th position. So a big wreck fest happening here in the Axalta We Paint Winners 400. But the big victory goes to the points leader, and for the 5th time, Levi McIntyre is going to go to victory lane here today in the XI Bears SKF Ford, and there it is. Levi McIntyre wins at Iowa. Here today, average speed 75.652 miles per hour. That's some crazy stuff right there. Second place will go, we gave you the top 10. 11th is Johnny Gardner. 12th is Audra Baranowskis. 13th, JT Bryant. 14th will go to Preston Plord. 15th, Jordan Lopez. 16th, Quentin Moore. 17th, Ryan George. 18th will go to Kev Shearer. 19th, Ashlyn Boyd. And Al Lagacy will come home in 20th position. And we have gotten to the we're now at the part where the caution flag flew for the last time today. Anyway, rest of the finishing order will be Dylan Potey 21st, Jack Legacy 22nd, 23rd will go to Ryan Acosta 24th, Mike Becker 25th, Patrick Smith, and last car on the lap Max Anderson in 26th. Cars a lap down were Shane Lake in 27th, Cole Deaver 28th, Jason Haywood 29th, Kyle Langland 30th, Jessica Shelton 31st, and 32nd William Brock 33rd, Kat Batson. And that's the way the finishing order shook out here today. Cars out of the race were Charles Sanford had a gearbox problem right at the last couple laps of the event. So tough break for the pole sitter for the event, and looked like he was on his way to a pretty good run and maybe possibly a victory, possibly. Glenn Duhit, Jonathan Zorland, Chelsea Bowles, Alexander Rowe, Nick Baxter, Michael Whitman, and Zachary Fitzwater all out because of a crash. And here's the crash that caused the last caution flag of the day to fly. Jason Haywood up on the high side. He was in 8th position, and he gets squeezed in the wall by his teammate Kat Batson in the 88 car. Minute goes by, Johnny Gardner goes by, Baranowskis goes by, and Quentin Moore slows up, and he just tags. Whoa! JT Bryant almost crashed right into the car, and several cars going on the inside trying to avoid the wreckage, which some of them successfully do. And yet Patrick Smith's going to get a piece of it, and Cole Beaver gets squeezed up in the wall by the 4 of William Brock. And they both almost come right down on the 17 car of Shane Lake. And I don't know if a crash happened in this portion of the track or not. Anyway. And here's what happened to Deaver again right there. He is trying to stay ahead of the 22 of yeah, he comes right above William Brock, and that's what caused Deaver's deal to happen. So, anyway, so that's the race here today at Iowa Speedway. And we gave you the finishing results already here. So, 21 races are in the books. And that is 21 in the books, and 21 was kind of a wild card here today in this start of the second half of the season. As congratulations again to Levi McIntyre, the winner of today's Axalta We Paint Winners 400, his 5th victory of the season, and that's going to all but extend his points lead coming into the next race on the tour at the Brickyard 400 at Indianapolis, Indiana, at the world famous Indianapolis Motor Speedway. And so if you like what you see here, be sure to subscribe to the NNSCRA Sports and Gaming channel. We got everything on the channel. We got inner races, gaming videos, whatever the president of the NNSCRA Seth Cole desires for his channel. and be sure to check out Seth's be sure to check out Seth's Tax Slayer Truck Series, Pizza Hut X Series, and Hershey's Cup Series. Please be sure to check those races out. As well, some of the best off-road racing you'll find is right here at the NNSCRA, and you will not regret checking those races out. So I guarantee his are a whole heck of a lot better than what I have to offer. That's for darn sure. So, so anyway, that's the story here from Iowa Speedway. I don't know if we'll be coming back to this track now after next season, but anyway, that's the story from this racetrack here. Congratulations again to Levi McIntyre, the winner here in today's event. We'll see you at the Brickyard 400. And for now, this is James Qualson's prediction of the NNSCRA offline racing at its best.
Greg, did you have any ignition problems?